Welcome back to Any Given Monday, Ryder Cup style. Andrew Novak. Let's start with you're good friends with Ben Griffin. I assume that's kind of the first thought of the team being named.
Yeah, no, he absolutely earned it. He played awesome golf all year. I think there was some concern in the public that maybe he wasn't going to make it, but yeah, I think especially with how he played in the playoffs, some really solid finishes. I think he pretty much locked it up. I mean, his play really speaks for itself.
How much of the process were you a part of, Andrew? I mean, there was definitely after you and Ben played, I mean, you had been playing well up until then. After Ben and you won Zurich and you played well after that, there was discussion about you being getting yourself into the conversation. Did you ever feel like you were in a spot where you could be part of the conversation?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the way I played early in the season, I mean, I got myself up in the rankings pretty quickly. Keegan was in my ear a lot, just, pushing me, trying to give me some motivation. And yeah, I think I was absolutely in the picture for a bit there, especially early in the season. And even if I had a strong finish to the year, I think, I easily could have been in Ben's position. It could have been, both of us going. But yeah, I would say kind of after the injury at Memorial, just never really got the swing back dialed to where it needed to be. Missing out on all that practice time. I think my rhythm got off, my timing got off, and I just struggled to hit the ball the back half of the year like I did early season. It just wasn't myself.
I mean, obviously there's disappointment, Andrew, but I assume we've talked about the last time you were on. Your career has always been like this steady climb. You've never you've made good leaps exactly how you're supposed to. I assume, with some reflection that the disappointment of not being able to, because of the injury, not being able to have a great end of the season and not being able to be part of the conversation on a deeper level. But you'll look at hey, this is how my career has gone, and in 2 years, if I continue on this path, I assume you would expect to be a part of the team in 2027.
Yeah, it's definitely disappointing to miss the team. I wanted to be in Bethpage. I think the fans are going to be unbelievable, but I'm also a team guy, and right now I'm not one of the best 12 players. I want to win, and I want those guys. I want Keegan. I want those guys to go win more than I want to be a negative on a team if I don't feel like I'm hitting the ball well enough right now. Right. I'm not driving the ball well enough right now. So, yeah, I mean, I think, I fully agree with what Keegan's done. I think, and I mean, I told him that on our call. I appreciate all the consideration this year, but I fully understand. I just haven't been playing well enough. I think Keegan made it clear from early in the season, you got to play well to make this team. There's a lot of good players trying to do it, and well, I did that early in the season. I just I flat out was not playing well enough at the end. I think to your point about going forward, I mean, I had a great season this year. This was definitely the best season of my career. But if you look at my stats any previous years, I've been one of the better ball strikers, specifically approach, iron game. Most years of my career, I want to say I was probably top 20 strokes gained approach last season, up there in greens and reg. And this year I was way down. I was like 150th in greens and reg. I actually lost strokes gained approach this year for the first time in my entire career. So yeah, I had a great season, but this is nowhere near my ceiling. I know if I can improve that and bounce that back, I think I'm very confident that, with how I've been putting, with some of the changes I made there, with just my more confident mindset going into tournaments, yeah, I think I have much more room for improvement, and I'm expecting that next year.
When Keegan calls you, I mean, what's that phone call like, Andrew? I assume obviously, again, there's disappointment, but I assume there's a sense of pride that you were even, getting out. I know it's a disappointing phone call, but getting one to knowing that you were in the mix at some point, I assume has to feel good.
In the situation I was in, I knew how the phone call was going to go. I was very appreciative to get one because I had been, part of the process for a while, I think. So definitely appreciate Captain Keegan for that. But yeah, I kind of knew how it was going to go. I kind of probably knew, I don't think I was probably his toughest call. So, I thanked him for it all. And I definitely understand. Like, they're going out trying to win. If by some miracle he called me and said, "Hey, you're up," like, yeah, I'm going to be ready to go. Like, this is a team atmosphere. This is match play. This is something that I think I will thrive well in when I get my chance. But yeah, like, to earn your way on a team, it takes some special golf, and that just wasn't there at the end of the year for me.
How soon after or before had you talked to Ben, knowing that he got the call that he was on the team?
I texted. We all got our calls. I guess. Well, I think we all got our calls Monday morning. I was texting Ben Monday morning, just making sure that he got the call up, and I was sworn to secrecy, but I was aware from Monday morning that he was on the team, which obviously I'm very happy about. I think he's going to crush it out there. He's got that kind of mindset. He's gonna thrive in that match play, that kind of atmosphere.
Where does a Ryder, like, I don't know if you're goal oriented, Andrew, and obviously you're goal oriented. I mean, like, writing down goals and having a list of some sort. Where does a Ryder Cup in 2027 fall? Or obviously it was prior to this year being 25 on the 25 team, but is that, like, I guess, where does it rank if you're a goal, like?
Yeah. So obviously everybody knows what happened last time around on the road. So this is a massive Ryder Cup because you can't really lose a home Ryder Cup. Like, losing a home Ryder Cup is, frankly, like, it is kind of an unacceptable thing. Like, you have to defend your home turf. That's kind of how it's looked at. Like, in general, the home team has had the advantage. What the Americans have not been able to do is go to Europe and take one off of them. It has been very hard to win over there. So 2027, I mean, how many chances do you get at road Ryder Cups? They come once every 4 years. I mean, I think that would be massive to be a member of a team that goes over there and wins. I mean, that puts you up there in history as one of very, very few golfers that have been able to do that. So, I'm definitely very interested in making that team. I will definitely be motivated that year. Obviously, gonna have to play some great golf, but yes, I absolutely have interest in being on that team and going and shutting up some European fans.
Yeah, fair enough. From a golf course perspective, how big of an advantage is Bethpage for the Americans? Is it? I mean, how much can you do from a setup standpoint, Andrew, to go to your strength? Is that like?
Yeah, absolutely. Like setting up a golf course is part of the reason why home teams have done so well.
Right.
If you look a few years ago, the way the teams were built, the Americans had so many bombers on their team at the time. The Europeans just tightened the fairways, grew up the rough, made it very, very brutal if you were missing fairways. This even goes back to, was it France 2 times ago, maybe?
Yeah.
And Americans just weren't hitting fairways and just hacking it out rough the whole time. Now, I do think the teams have actually somewhat flipped. I think maybe in the past we were looking at the Americans being a little bit more of the bomber team, bomb and gouge. I think a lot of the youth movement on the Europeans is bringing it back a little bit. You've got Ludwig that pumps it out there. Rasmus hits it very far. You've got some of their young players that hit it very far. And the Americans, like, you've got, a Colin or Russell.
Yeah.
Like, these guys aren't necessarily bombers. They're much more accurate players. So I think the teams are much closer as far as, like, stylistically built.
Yeah.
I don't think, like, I mean, I'm sure they're smarter guys than me doing this. They'll have stats guys working on this, telling them, hey, we might see a new bunker or two at Bethpage. They might just start digging stuff out. I don't know, but they'll have it set up in a way that at least benefits them in some way. Maybe fits their alternate shot, like, rotation, a little bit better. Maybe like right side of 12, that might be a problem for, like, one of your teams. Maybe they shave that a little bit lower. I have no idea. Like, they'll set it up in a way that probably benefits the team as best it can.
Ben the best, Andrew. Obviously, you guys have won a team event. So, do you have someone that you see on the team as someone that's going to, like, work with Ben, or how does Like,
Yeah.
how does a captain pick that? No,
Yeah.
like for a rookie.
I think Ben can work kind of with anyone just because he's going to bring energy.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ben's pretty comfortable in multiple roles. Like Ben has gained enough distance off the tee. If you want to have him in somewhat of your bomber role in a 4-ball, like you can do that. But Ben also has an unbelievable short game. So I'm also comfortable throwing him out there in foursomes if I want to do that because, even if he's a little out of position, that's an option that you have there. I don't know how they're going to sort the ball situation out and foursomes and stuff, but that's always a thing. They'll figure it out. I know how Ben can putt when the pressure's on. I've seen it. It's impressive. He thrives under that. So, yeah, I'm excited. That first Ben Griffin chip in at the Ryder Cup, though, that's going to hit hard.
Let's talk alternate shot. I mean, you guys played in the Zurich.
Mm-hmm.
How hard is that as a pro? Obviously, this is on another 10 times level because it's at a Ryder Cup in a team plus another team, a bigger team. How hard is that? It's so out of the ordinary. Even like at least in best ball or 4-balls, it's like
alternate.
Alternate shot has to be
It's tough. It is very tough. I do think, and maybe this is just kind of my mindset thing. I do think that alternate shot in a Ryder Cup atmosphere is maybe slightly easier because it's match play. Yeah. So the absolute worst thing that can possibly happen is you lose the hole. That is the worst thing. Like you can't take a 10 on a hole that like ruins your whole tournament. Like nothing like that. The worst thing that can happen is you lose the hole. So I think for alternate shot, that kind of eases some. Zurich, one of the biggest things with alternate shot, there's water everywhere. There is a lot of water hazards on that course. Yeah. And with alternate shot, that's stressful, especially when you're coming off, you play 4-ball the day before and it's like, it's a little bit more like, I can mess. Like, I got a partner that's got me. I can take some chances. Then you got to lock in. So I do think in the match play situation, like maybe a little bit easier with alternate shot, but obviously pressure of a Ryder Cup, changes things a little bit there too.
Yeah. To your point, like you pump one out of bounds, and obviously not ideal, but one down, and it's basically one stroke. You got to go get another hole. So, is it? Do you? I mean, obviously you feel the pressure of your teammate, right? Like you're like golf is such a selfish sport that you're now letting down. It's always been yourself, and you can just blame yourself. But I assume that's part of being a good team player is like you got to A, get over it, and B, just be okay with that. You're going to hit some shit shots at times.
Yeah, I think that's part of what made Ben and I work so well at Zurich is because we've played so much golf together, and we both trust each other's short game too. Like, I played well that week, but I also hit a few terrible shots during the tournament. And it just it does become a little bit more of like laugh it off, and then your partner's kind of like, hey, watch this.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Like there is some of that. Like you got to be comfortable in just having fun out there, whether you can't get on each other too much. Something happens, you kind of laugh it off and just keep going. Like, I don't know. Yes, in normal golf, like it's on yourself, like blame yourself, but like in alternate shot, it kind of is just like that too. Like you still got to move forward. You're not hitting your next shot, but you're hitting the next one after that. So like you do have to kind of reset quickly. And I do think having a buddy or somebody that you're very familiar with does help for that, just because understanding each other's games it definitely makes a difference.
Would you ever go to a Ryder Cup before you make a team? Like, are you going
as a fan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would go. I'm not planning on going to this one, but I got no issue going as a fan. I think it would be an unbelievable atmosphere to go to. But do you mean as like to try?
No, just like I thought. Like I didn't know if it was like the Stanley Cup. Don't touch the Stanley Cup until you win the Stanley Cup. Like don't go to the Ryder Cup until.
No, not really. The same thing. I mean, I've gone to the Masters as a fan. Like, I don't think there's anything necessarily to that. Like, if I'm there watching golf as a fan, great. Like, I'll enjoy it. I'm sure the atmosphere is unbelievable. But then if I'm there as a player, like that changes things. I mean, you're a little bit more locked in and taking it seriously. Definitely appreciating the home fans, but No, I don't see an issue with that.
Yeah. All right. Last question. I know obviously who you're rooting for, but what's the line? Do you think the Americans are winning, and is it going to be close?
I think Keegan would appreciate me not giving crazy bulletin board material here. But yeah, I mean, I got faith in my boys going out, getting the job done, bringing it home for the U.S., and rolling some nice momentum in for 2027.
Do you have, like, when you're on the course? I said last question. I lied, Andrew. This is the last question. Like, as the Ryder Cup gets closer and you play with Europeans, is this something you guys talk amongst each other, or is it kind of you talk about it amongst Americans, but not with the other teams that gets closer?
I have been paired with some Europeans lately, and no real chirping done there because we were getting to the end of the season. We had playoff stuff going on. Like, there's definitely a focus there, but yeah, there's definitely in the back of my mind, like, if I'm paired with somebody, like, well, let me go beat this guy. Let me see, like, let me see what he's got. Let me see if that's scared of him.
Yeah. All right, Andrew. I appreciate it. Look forward to you being on the team in 2027, and great season, man. It's awesome to see.
Appreciate it.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for the time.
Yeah, thanks.